Absolute Batman 1 through 5 Comic Explained Video Summary. Hey there, and welcome to the Danger Zone. In today's video, I will summarize Absolute Batman 1 through 5, and trust me, you'll want to stick around for it. Whether you're here to learn, explore, or unwind, you're in the right place. Let's get into the video. Absolute Batman number 1, the comic starts with Alfred Pennyworth driving through Gotham. Alfred Pennyworth was narrating the comic. He said he was there to do bad things. Alfred calls his daughter Julia. She doesn't answer. Alfred signs on to the server. He was talking to someone who told him that a gang known as the Party Animals had been causing chaos for the last 3 months. The gang danced as they watched a daycare burn down, the voice said on the server. 32 people died in that fire. The person said that Alfred was needed there. Alfred grabs his gun and walks out of his building. He walks out and sees his motorcycle has been stolen. The comic changes to a man hitting a boxing bag while talking to himself. That's when a man comes behind the man to use the boxing bag. The man's name was Bruce. Bruce was having flashbacks while punching the bag. He was having flashbacks from when he was at Gotham Zoo. Bruce breaks the punching bag. The owner of the gym said that Bruce had to pay for the boxing bag. The owner of the gym invites him out to go to play poker with their friends. Bruce refused. The comic moves on to a yacht in the middle of a body of water. A dinner party was going on. The meeting members were a group of criminals. That's when the guest of the party got killed by the host. A man with a cowl was standing on a roof and jumped off it. A city's meeting was going on with a man named Jim Gordon at the center of it. Alfred was on a rooftop watching as the Party Animals went where the meeting was taking place. Pennyworth asked permission to engage the Party Animals. The request was denied. The police and the civilians were arguing when an explosion happened. It was the Party Animals. That's when they started shooting at Jim Gordon. He told his daughter Barbara to get everyone out of there. The same man in a cowl grabs one of the gang members and tells Barbara not to open the door no matter what. The gang tried to shoot at the masked man. He jumps down off the wall. It was a man dressed as a bat. He starts attacking the Party Animals. Alfred watches this happen. Alfred is analyzing the masked man. The masked man's ears were used as a knife to cut and stab the gang members. The masked man didn't fatally wound a single person while doing this. The masked man took a pole from his utility belt and connected it to the symbol on his chest, making an axe. The man cuts off one of the gang members' hand off. As the members of the gang ran away, an explosion happens. Alfred gets down off the rooftop and puts a shotgun to the masked man's head. The masked man kicks him, takes his shotgun, and then disappears. The comic goes to a construction site where everyone is talking about the so-called Batman. A man is narrating, asking who is the true Bruce Wayne. He goes through Bruce's life, saying things about his school performance. He said that it started at a zoo. There was a shooting. Bruce's father puts him in a closet with other children while he stays outside the door. Alfred said after that Bruce lost himself. He said that Bruce was raging out against the world. Alfred said that he found himself again. He went back to school and earned a scholarship to the best university in the state. Alfred thinks Bruce faked an injury because he was saving his strength for last night. He eventually becomes an engineer. Alfred's goal is to take out Bruce. Bruce was meeting with his mother. Alfred gets a text from his daughter saying never to contact her again. It is later in the day, and Bruce is at the top of an abandoned building recording something. Alfred comes out with a gun in hand, ready to kill Bruce. Bruce turns around and shoots Alfred in the face with Alfred's shotgun, and he makes it non-lethal. Then it is revealed that Bruce was the one who stole Alfred's bike. Bruce rides out the window with Alfred's bike. The epilogue: Alfred says he will get him next time. The person he was talking to said that his old target was lost by the organization somewhere in the Philippines. Alfred had been tracking him for 5 years. The man was revealed as a man who doesn't laugh, and how he got the name the Joker. Absolute Batman number 2, the comic starts with a dead Thomas Wayne body blocking the only exit to the zoo's closet that Bruce is in. A group of bats starts flying through a window at Bruce. The comic changes to the Party Animals. The Party Animals have escalated their offensive on Gotham for 2 weeks. At the same time, Batman's offensive has been growing as well. The narrator says that Batman has been where the biggest attacks of the Party Animals have been. There was an attack night at the aquarium, the narrator said. Batman and the party animals were fighting each other. Alfred, who is the narrator, says that Bruce uses everything to his advantage. Alfred was saying that Bruce visits his father's killer Joseph Chill once during the week. Alfred says that he doesn't know what Bruce says to Joe, but he can imagine what he said to Joe. Alfred removes Bruce's protection from the building he's in. Alfred realized that might be what Bruce could have wanted. A fire breaks out in one of Batman's caves with some of the party animals inside. Jim Gordon is in the hospital. Bullock, Martha Wayne, and his daughter are in the room. Bullock says the party animals are tearing up Port Authority. Bullock and Barbara leave the hospital room. Martha and Jim start talking about Thomas Wayne. The comic flashes back to Bruce being attacked by bats in the zoo. Jim finds him being buried by bats. Martha says that Bruce has changed ever since that day. The comic goes to Bruce, who is about to play poker with his friends. The friends start to have a conversation. One of the friends asks if anyone has heard from her lately. One of the men says he got a postcard a few months ago from Cairo. Another one of Bruce's friends raises it to $200. Bruce puts a skull with technology in it on the table. The friends say that they didn't want it there. Bruce finished playing the game. Batman goes out investigating. He plugs an object into a computer. There was a file named Arkham. A masked person comes on the screen. They said that they tipped off the GCPD. They said that their people have the building surrounded. The final thing the person said was, "All you have to do is survive." A rocket is fired at Batman. He escapes. Alfred confronts Batman. Alfred says that he learned something about the party animals. Batman said that Alfred had 30 seconds. He said that they need to get somewhere safe. Batman said that Alfred was standing in his car. Batman starts to drive the vehicle. Absolute Batman number 3. The comic starts with a young Bruce and Selina running through Gotham. Bruce almost falls off a building, but Selina saves him. The comic returns to the present, with Alfred and Batman in Batman's car. Alfred said that there was rumors of a man called the Black Mask. The party animals was chasing after the pair in the garbage truck. Alfred explained that Black Mask is the leader of a group that do tasks for the most powerful people in the world. Alfred thinks that Roman Sionis may be the leader of the party animals and be Black Mask. Batman is driving dangerously on the road in the vehicle. That is when there was a sound of hydraulics screeching. There was a sound of steel shifting. The vehicle starts blasting off with great speed. Alfred tries to convince Batman into meeting the Black Mask. The police blocks Batman's vehicle by a body of water. Alfred pulls a lever and gets launched out of the vehicle, while the vehicle blasts off into the body of water. The comic changes back to a young Bruce and Selina. They went on a rooftop where they interacted with a massive group of cats. Bruce tried to convince Selina to live with him. She declined his offer. She takes him into a cinema. The comic changes to Bruce talking to one of his friends that he played poker with. Bruce asked his friend Creation if he knows how the party animal's ape skull works. The Creation responds that there was 3 functions. Eddie said that Bruce should destroy it. Eddie said that Bruce should stop. Bruce's other friend Harvey called. He said that looked into Arkham Fund. He explained that a lot of the funding comes from a company called J.K. Holding. The comic changes to Hill introducing the Commissioner Harvey Bullock to Roman Sionis. Roman Sionis was fighting Bibbo Boboski. Roman Sionis broke Bibbo Boboski's arm. Bibbo tapped out, but that didn't stop Roman. The comic goes to Bruce looking at a black site through a device. The story switches back to Selina and Bruce in the cinema. Bruce said that he was leaving when all of a sudden his other friends join him in the cinema. The comic switches to an adult woman in the same cinema. The story goes to Bruce in his mother's kitchen. His mother says to Bruce that she is stepping in as Jim's deputy mayor. Bruce feels like this could put his mom in danger because of the party animals. Alfred was spying on a woman. Hill got an endorsement from Commissioner Bullock and the GCPD. Hill suggested that Gotham doesn't turn on the memorial for the Gotham Zoo shooting. Bruce was talking to Black Mask about talking the deal. Bruce takes the deal of not going out as Batman for 1 week for $200 million.
Absolute Batman number 4. The comic starts with a young Bruce in court with the judge saying that Bruce can start talking. The comic then changes to a gang pushing Mrs. Nguyen off a roof because she refused to pay them. She was then saved. This confused the gang. The gang is quickly attacked by a person in a bat suit. The person in the bat suit bit one of the gang members. The person in the bat suit grabbed one of the gang members' gun and holds it near their head. The comic showed a young Bruce talking to his father. The comic goes back to the person in the bat suit pointing the gun to the gang member head. The group of gang members comes running to help the other gang members. The man in the bat suit jumps off the roof. It is revealed that it was Bruce with fake vampire fangs with paralytics in it. He burns his bat suit. Bruce is spying on some criminals. Bruce is in a different bat suit. He is standing in the middle of the road when he presses a button to explode the truck that was about to hit him. The criminals get out of the damaged truck. Batman starts to attack the criminals. The story goes back to a young Bruce and his father talking about his project. Bruce's father explained how his father died in front of him. The comic goes back to the courtroom. Bruce was talking about what happened before the shooting. Bruce says that he hates Joe Chill. Bruce is now testing out different technology. Bruce goes to see Joe Chill again. Bruce said that if Joe had something to say. Absolute Batman number 5. The final comic of the Zoo storyline starts with a young Bruce getting a shot at a doctor's office with his mother. The present Bruce goes in a building for a meeting. The comic changes to Jim and Martha having a conversation. Jim was saying sorry to Martha for the memorial lights not be lit. The comic switches to Thomas Wayne's funeral. Jim says to a young Bruce that they are tearing down the zoo. Batman says that he spent all of the money that Black Mask gave him. He spent the money by burning all of it. Black Mask tells the party animals that the deal's off. Bruce said that all he needs is Batman. Batman and the party animals start to attack each other. A party animal gang member jumps onto Batman back. The gang members gets impaled on the spikes on Batman back. Batman gets trapped by ropes from the party animals. Batman reveals that this was being broadcasted to Gotham. Batman was blasted by a flamethrower. Batman falls off the roof but he saves himself by his parachute. He crashes into a car. The police start shooting at Batman. Batman starts to escape when he runs into Barbara Gordon. Barbara lets him escape. Black Mask starts to speak to Gotham. He explains that he was on a pig farm as a child. Bruce starts sewing himself up in his Batcave. Alfred says to him that he will never help him again. Black Mask offered hundreds of millions of dollars to anyone that was watching the broadcast. The comic ends with Jim and Martha being spotted by the party animals. Well, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Have a good morning, good